I wasn't supposed to be babysitting that night. The parents had called me last minute desperate. Their usual sitter had canceled, and I'd watched their kid a few times before, so I figured, why not? Easy money. I should have said no. The house was a standard suburban home, the kind where every hallway looks the same. The kid, Emily, was barely 2. Curly hair, big brown eyes, the kind of toddler who could melt your heart just by looking at you. She was already asleep when I got there, curled up in her crib, her tiny chest rising and falling in slow, even breaths. Her parents left in a hurry, promising they'd be back before midnight. That left me alone in a silent house. Just me, the baby monitor, and the quiet hum of the fridge. At first, everything was normal. I sat in the living room half watching some reality show, checking my phone. The baby monitor sat on the coffee table, a cheap old model with a crack in the screen. Every so often I'd glance at it, just static, the faint outline of Emily in her crib. Then around 10 p.m. the monitor crackled. I looked up. The screen flickered, but Emily hadn't moved. Just static shifting in and out. A glitch. Then I heard it. A voice. A whisper, low and breathy. "Hi, Emily." I sat up so fast my heart nearly stopped. The voice was deep. Too deep. A man's voice, in the baby's room. I bolted down the hall, throwing the door open so hard it banged against the wall. Emily was still there, asleep. The closet door was shut. The window was locked. Nothing. I checked everywhere, the bathroom, under the crib, even behind the curtains. Nothing. The monitor had to be picking up interference. A neighbor's radio, maybe. Still, I didn't go back to the living room. I sat on the floor by Emily's crib, my heart hammering, telling myself I was overreacting. Then the monitor crackled again, and the voice whispered, "I see you." I swear my blood turned to ice. I grabbed Emily. She stirred but didn't wake, and bolted. I didn't stop until we were in the living room, the front door unlocked, my phone in my shaking hand. I was this close to calling the police, but then the monitor crackled again, and what I saw on the screen made my stomach drop. The crib. Empty. A second later, Emily started crying in my arms. I didn't sleep. I didn't even move from the couch. I just sat there holding Emily, staring at the monitor. It stayed empty. I tried to wake her parents, but no answer. I thought about running, just leaving, but I couldn't. What if I was wrong? What if I was just losing it? The hours dragged. At some point, Emily drifted off again, small and warm against my chest. I must have blinked too long because suddenly the clock read 12:14 a.m., and the house was silent again. I exhaled. Almost done. Then, just as I was starting to believe I'd imagined it all, the monitor let out a soft click, like someone picking up the other end. Then a voice. "You shouldn't have moved her." The front door opened a second later. I nearly screamed, but it was just her parents, laughing about something, tipsy from their night out. They stopped when they saw my face. "Are you okay?" the mom asked. I couldn't answer. I just handed over Emily and mumbled something about interference on the monitor. They shrugged it off, paid me, thanked me. I left without looking back. I didn't sleep that night. The next morning, I convinced myself I'd overreacted. A glitch, exhaustion. There had to be an explanation. But then Emily's mom texted me, "Hey, did you move the crib last night?" My stomach dropped. I texted back, "No." "Why?" She sent a picture. The crib had been pushed, dragged really, halfway across the room. And the baby monitor? It was sitting inside the crib.